Airman Cave Archives! Knowing and doing are two different things. Hey, welcome back to Airman Cave Archives. Alright, so tonight I thought we'd take a look at some of my Chucks. And by Chucks, I mean Chuck Taylors. Now, from what I can gather, Chuck Taylors used to be the go-to basketball shoe before there were Jordans and Nikes and all those different shoes that people can choose from. For me, whenever I was younger, they were the cheap pair of shoes that you could buy and not have to worry about spending a whole bunch of money on them and bothering your parents. I think they were usually like around $14.99 or $19.99 a pair. We did have a little bit of a scare in the, I believe it was mid-90s, whenever they had talked about they were going to discontinue the line because of popularity, but a bunch of people came together and said, no, hold on. These are Chuck Taylors. You can't take away Chucks. That'd be like taking away, I don't know, Toys R Us. But the fun thing for me is just the variety and different styles that you can get. So I believe I have 16 pair now, and obviously throughout the years, and I've, of course, with the help of my wife, who actually has a pair of pink Chucks as well, made our kids indoctrinated into the Chuck Taylor or Chuck world as well, starting from the time that they were babies and they had little baby Chucks. But I'll just take a look at some of them and then kind of tell you the story on a couple of the pair that are kind of interesting. But let's see, of course you need to have your lawnmower pair of Chucks. And so these are the ones that are just beat up and flat-ended, and yeah, they are at the end of their road, so they can go out of the yard. And then have another pair of black Chucks, but I don't know if you guys know what hickeys are. They're actually kind of ingenious. I think they're made for older folk, and so they don't have to worry about tying their laces. And I was in, I think, a Brookstone and saw them. I was like, I have to have these. So it's a little clasp of plastic that goes through and then acts as the lace, and then that way you don't have to worry about lacing up your shoes. It's kind of cool. You just slip them on. But this is another pair of black Chucks. Then we've got, of course, the Bartman Chucks. Got to have a pair of Bartmans. And we'll keep in the comic book theme. Got some Green Lantern Chucks. Now, these aren't my favorite, but they're Star Spangled Chucks. I prefer the actual flag Chucks. And I did the hickeys, as you'll note, to be able to go with the flag, although I didn't have a blue one, but it's white, white, red, white, white. So I guess I could have done red, white, and blue. And let's see. Oh, if I feel like being a speedster, you've got the flame Chucks. And over here, if I want to feel all dressed up and fancy, you've got the monochrome Chucks. And I could actually kind of get away with those if I had worn them in uniform, maybe. If somebody didn't call me out. Captain Gibb, I may have said something to you about wearing boots with blues. Sorry about that. I know it's in the regs. Then, of course, you need to have some super classy corduroy Chucks. And to get into the holiday spirit, you have some super cool Christmas Chucks. And the thing is, they actually had one year that had the little dealy-doo on the back with a bell, but they sold out really quick and I couldn't find any of them online that were actually my size, but they were pretty expensive at one point. Got some camouflage Chucks. Let's see. So, and these are all real Chuck Taylor All-Star brand shoes. So it's just they have a lot of different ones that you can get. You can go to their website as well, and I'll talk about that one in a second. But you can go to their website as well and order different ones that they have limited. So we've got my classic red pair of Chucks, and those have the hickeys as well, because I'm getting older. I need to just be able to slide my shoes on. And let's see. Ooh, these are fancy. So those are actual leather Chucks. So I don't wear them a lot, hence you don't see the laces laced up. And then this was kind of cool. I had taught a class up in McGee-Tyson, and so they knew I like Chuck Taylors. Well, they went out and got me a pair of camo Chucks, a little bit lighter color than the other ones, but they all signed it. And so you can see they've got their signature stuff. That's back whenever I had jasonsbooks.com. But so along the sole, they all signed the Chucks for me. Now this pair, I know people have done it back whenever I was in high school and stuff, but I did it recently. They would take a pair of white Chucks and then design them however they wanted to. So if you look, and I'll put pictures on too. But you can see I did a whole bunch of little, oh, there's different, whole bunch of different designs and logos and stuff along the sides. And then let's see, over here we got the other one. So you can see those, and of course Mickey Mouse. Hopefully I don't get sued, other than all the other pictures that I use in this stuff. But and then you've got the poem, Life Goes On. And let's see, is it that way? Yeah, you got Pearl Jam on the back. And I think I've got the Flash logo on the other side. Now I saved the best for last. So I told you can go to Converse, I believe it's converse.com, and or Chuck Taylor, and look it up, Google it, as Dad would say. But man, oh man. So there's a program, I don't know if they still have it, they did for a while, but it's called Converse Blank Canvas. You get to design your Chuck Taylor. And so as a Chuck fanatic, for me that was awesome. And my wife said, you know what? Go design a pair. And so I did. Now, keep in mind, they may look like bowling shoes, but I promise I had a thought in mind. So you see they've got the blue suede material, and then it's got the red leather patch, and then it's got the red tongue, as well as the red post-it on the back, or posting. And then you can see there they let you monogram it as well if you want to, and various different styles and stuff. So these are that I designed Chuck All-Stars. I call them Jason All-Stars. So those were my babies that I got to design. Not the most flashiest, because you can do like skulls and stuff, and you actually get to design the interior as well with the liner. But and then they come to you, of course I think they're like $160 or something stupid, but I mean whenever you're designing it yourself, and they come in a handy dandy blank canvas box too. Now that you know about my Chuck Taylor obsession, take a look around your house. I'm sure that you've got stuff lying around that you've collected over the years, or continue to, and that it's now part of you and who you are as an individual. And you know, cherish it. Don't stuff it in a closet. So thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you next time. Airman Cave Archives! Knowing and doing are two different things.